You need to pull text and structured data out of files, maybe scanned invoices, maybe driver's licenses, maybe a folder of product photos. Azure gives you two overlapping services for this, and engineers constantly pick the wrong one. The two are Azure AI Document Intelligence, formerly called Form Recognizer, and Azure AI Vision, formerly Computer Vision. They both read text from images, so the boundary feels blurry. In the next few minutes, I'll give you the criteria that actually matter, show where each one fits, and hand you a simple rule you can apply on your next project. Let's cut through the overlap. Here's the core distinction. Document intelligence is built to understand the structure of a document. It doesn't just read the words, it knows that this value is the invoice total, that block is a table, and these are key value pairs. The output is structured JSON you can drop straight into a database. AI Vision is a general visual understanding service. It does optical character recognition, but it also describes images, detects objects, generates captions, reads faces, and tags content. Think of it this way. Document intelligence answers what does this paper say and mean. AI Vision answers what is in this picture. Both run optical character recognition, but only one of them understands layout and fields. Document intelligence gives you 3 tiers of model. First, pre-built models for common document types: invoices, receipts, identity documents, tax forms, business cards, and health insurance cards. You call them and get named fields back with no training. Second, the layout model, which extracts text, tables, selection marks, and reading order from any document without knowing its type. Third, custom models that you train on your own forms. You can build a custom template with as few as 5 sample documents or a custom neural model for more variable layouts. There's also a newer query style extraction that lets you ask for specific fields. Match the tier to how standardized your documents are. AI Vision covers everything that is image first rather than document first. The Image Analysis API gives you captions, dense captions, object detection, tagging, smart cropping, and background removal. The Read API performs high-quality optical character recognition on photos and scanned text, including handwriting. There's spatial analysis for video feeds and face detection through a separate gated face service. A standout feature is multimodal embeddings and vector search, so you can do image retrieval by text query. If your problem is understanding the contents of a photograph or reading scattered text off a real-world scene, AI Vision is the tool. It is not designed to map fields to a document schema. So how do you choose? Run through 4 questions. 1. Is your input a structured document with predictable fields or an arbitrary image? Structured pushes you to document intelligence. 2. Do you need the meaning of fields like total or due date, or just the raw text and visual content? Field semantics means document intelligence. 3. Do you need image understanding like detecting objects or generating captions? That's only AI Vision. 4. Is the text printed on a form or scattered across a photo? Forms favor document intelligence, photos favor AI Vision. Notice that if you only need raw text out of a clean document, both can do it, and then cost and integration decide. Let me make it concrete with real workloads. Processing accounts payable invoices into an ERP system, document intelligence, pre-built invoice model. Onboarding flow that reads a passport and matches the photo. Document intelligence for the ID fields, AI Vision face for the match. A content moderation pipeline tagging user-uploaded photos, AI Vision. Extracting line items from non-standard supplier forms, a custom neural model in document intelligence. Reading a street sign or product label in a snapshot, AI Vision Read. A retail catalog where you search products by description, AI Vision multimodal embeddings. When in doubt, ask whether a human would call the input a document or a picture. A few practical trade-offs before you commit. Both are billed per transaction, roughly per page or per image, and custom document intelligence models add training and hosting considerations. Document intelligence generally costs more per page than plain read optical character recognition because you're paying for structure extraction. Both offer container deployment for on-premises or disconnected scenarios if you have data residency constraints, though container availability varies by feature, so verify it. Pricing tiers and model availability shift often and differ by region. So always check the current Azure pricing and documentation before you size a budget. Also watch quotas. High volume batch processing may need a commitment tier rather than pay as you go. Here's the one rule to remember. If the input is a document and you need its fields and structure, reach for document intelligence. If the input is an image and you need to understand or search its visual content, reach for AI vision. They overlap only on raw optical character recognition, and there it's fine to use either. Plenty of real systems use both together, one for the form fields and one for the photo. Your action item this week: take your actual input samples, sort them into document or picture, and map each pile to a service before you write a line of code. And because pricing and model lineups change, confirm the specifics in the current Azure docs. If this helped, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.